Hey guys, let's build a session. I've put up breakdowns previously of how I do my notes and campaigns, but now I want to put that into action. I have my next Tuesday game coming up at the time of posting. It will have already happened, and I thought I'd do my prep here with you guys. So let's go, starting with the basis. So the first episode this group did was a Kingdom Hearts style opening. So in the back of my mind, I kind of have that there, the general theme of Kingdom Hearts. Right now, however, I'm really into Minecraft again. So for the basis right now, I'm gonna do Minecraft, forest, ponds, and exploring. Yep, that's what's in my head. So sounds good. Next, the start. Okay, so the start is a narrated opening to the session. It needs to set the scene, and if I can give the players a call to action of some kind, which actually I'm usually pretty terrible at. The best place to start, with the start, is where we were last. In this case, it was the middle of a dungeon. Yeah. So, it's starting to feel colder, and you get the sense that maybe it's nighttime outside. But deep underground in this temple, the only light you have is Zalara's glow. Having taken the gem from the ritual circle, the empty tunnel to the north awaits you. So this is decent. It sets the scene with some tangibles like smell, feel, sound, or such. It reminds them of what they did last week a little bit, and the call to action is weak, but a little there. It reminds them of the empty tunnel, so they have a direction to go. Next, the scenes section. These are bullet points only of what I expect to happen or what could happen. In this case, we're on the same map as last session, so it's pretty easy because we're just going to need to finish off the map we already have. And in fact, it's still up on Owlbear. By the way, I do highly recommend Owlbear, even for in-person games. The DM can still manage tokens and such, namely for Theater of the Mind stuff, and it can be really helpful. And obviously, it's perfect for online groups, especially combined with a free program like Discord or Skype or such. Is Skype still a thing? Am I showing my internet age there? If I didn't have a map already, say hello to Google Images, or DuckDuckGo if you're a Tory. Searching for a theme like Dungeon or Coast or Arctic will be plenty to get you started. Ooh, this one looks cool. Not using this. It's not the most upstanding way, but it's the way that I and probably many other DMs find maps. I'm just being real with you. If you want the upstanding way to do it, sub to Chipeco. Chipeco. Seriously, they have a zillion maps, and I think it's about $5 a month or something, fairly affordable. Please look away from my older video where I had no clue how to pronounce that and no idea who they were. Either way, have a map, even if it's just for vibes. Alright, we put our map here in Google Docs, because Google Docs is free. So is Notion, and Notion is an outstanding program. See past Tori for more details on that. But current Tori uses Google Docs for reasons. Comment below if you want said reasons. Now we mark up or use the shape tool and put numbers on the map. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then down here in our bullet points, we have our corresponding 1, 2, 3, 4 and a name, like bunk room, storage room, ritual room, main room, etc. These 1 to 2 word names tell me what it is, enough that I can make up the rest if the party suddenly shows interest in a given space. The theme is all I need, and the stuff in the middle I make up. Example, old weapons, dry food, empty storage would be in a pantry. Pots, pans, signs of cooking would be in a kitchen. Bunks, wools, pillows, etc. would be in bunk rooms. A boss would be in a boss room. You get the idea. With our numbered breakdown, tab in for items. I say this as I think items should be free to move between rooms with some degree. I said some degree. See, if they run past, they run past. You gotta decide how far you want to take it. Some DMs want to have it so that if their players don't look in a certain spot, they don't get that item. And some DMs would rather make sure that their players get the item no matter where they look. Since my groups are more narrative focused, I don't want to punish players too hard for not looking in that one specific exact barrel in that one corner. But pinch of salt, because that's a style choice. Alright, after our map layout, we can have a few more scenes perhaps if we want. Just some breadcrumbs or ideas. I keep mine loose, as I have fairly shorter sessions, and my players tend to roleplay a lot, so we don't always get super far. Bear in mind too that any combat will take up a ton of time, even in DC20. After the bullet list, and if I need more super specific narrations, I can put that as sub-bullets. But after the scenes sections, we then have you subscribing. Wait, what? What? I didn't put that in the script. Who put that in there? Hey, what's going on? After the scenes section, we then have rewards and clues. For me, this section is not always full, but I try to remember to include it in my planning. Rewards because it just lays out what they will or may get. Clues because sometimes you want information to be revealed independent of what scene they are in. If the information is scene dependent, put it in the above section. And now, stats. So what would they run into down here? Let's see. Well, there were passive shadow guards in the area above the temple, above ground. So maybe there's skeletons below. Maybe the shades above are the spirits of the cultists, and the skeletons below are the physical bodies set up to be guards. I mean, one cultist, 2 guards, what evil entity would say no to those returns? So, skellies. I love skellies. They are a personal fave, and luckily DC20 actually does have a skelly stat block in the 0.8 beta material. So that one we can just steal and use and augment if we want to. So, new tab, and copy and paste. But even though I'm copying a stat block, I'm doing it line by line still in the stat block style of my previous video. Now, if you have the material for 0.8, you'll catch that I made some changes here. Why? Well, I want these skellies frail, low HP, because they are soulless husks, and given what I just said about them being the physical forms of the shades, or basically split in 2, I think it's fine if they are weaker. Also, I can use more of them for a sort of hoarding effect. However, I made the PD higher because my players tend to get a lot of heavy hits all the time, and I wanted to bring that down just a tad to a more normal range. So more normal to heavy rather than heavy to brutal all the time. Also, these things are hard to hit, or should be hard to hit. I mean, they should be easy to miss. Like, if you don't get it just right, you're gonna swipe empty air, especially with arrows. So I made them a bit harder to hit with a higher PD, but lower HP, so they go down easy in 1 to 2 hits. Next, we do our core stats. Next, features. Pretty much copy and pasted, since skellies already exist. Now, that last feature I added for fun. Really, the amount of healing shouldn't be an issue. Even with it, they will go down in 1 to 2 turns. Besides, imagine how the players will feel when I describe drop or broken bones pulling themselves inwards back towards their source skelly. It'll be great. Okay, so I'm pretty happy. I have what I need. I essentially have everything I need to actually run a session. I have core info, and the rest I'll be making up as I go. Because when I'm DMing, I'm spending more time responding to the players than anything else. In fact, for all I know, they'll come up with some crazy, clever thing, and the skellies won't even be a fight. My sessions are 2 to 3 hours of actual game time anyways, so I keep my notes to 1 page, period. If it goes longer than a page, I start deleting stuff. That's why I like the Word doc style right now. See, I put the image as floating, and then over here on the left, where it can fill up white space, so I still have room for all my text. Then I print it, and of course all my in-session notes go right on top. Part of what I love about this write-on method of notes is how symbolic it is of how the game actually works. Think about it. You have nice, neat, formatted, typed font for notes. Pristine, readable, editable, just like you're planning for your sessions. Then the game actually happens and you have a messy, scribbled, adjusted, written on top of organic, beautiful mess as the players do everything in their power to willy-nilly all over the place, all over your beautiful plans. Kinda neat, huh? Hey, I hope you found this entertaining or informative. Leave a comment if so, or a like, and thank you so much. And until next time.